Good evening from Yummy B TV. As I said earlier, we talk about a lot, you hear about a lot for those that know and those that don't know. A lot of the time in prison, there is a lot of gangland culture and beefs from the outside that get settled on the inside. Now, the kind of mix ups that happen, you think that just one thing happens on that day and it's just one gang and we're ready. But in the Cates, you've got all cities having their stuff at the same time. So easily to get distracted and not notice and lose it. So you have to be quick on your wits. You have to be thinking fast. You have to think about the consequences, who gets hurt from this way and that way, who you don't want to fall out with. Is it worth falling out from that side? On this time, in White ACAT prison, everyone was there. So let me give you a brief kind of outline about how it works. So when you leave another prison, albeit a Cat 8, you get shipped out and you go to another prison. Within that prison, there is always an induction wing. Some of them in the Cat A's, there's not one wing of all induction. So what do? They put you on a wing where people that have been there years are already there. So you walk in, the long walk from reception, you walk past the gate, and this Cat A, when you're walking past, you can look out your window and see the new receptions walking by. So everybody's got their beefs. Everybody's thinking about who could be coming because they know that they have enemies in Fulsat and Franklin, all everywhere it works that way. So anytime somebody knows they will be getting ready for one of those outside things or inside things that could come back to haunt them soon, mess up their sentences, all the good work they've put in from past stuff, trying to get out earlier, try to lower their categories. But then one thing, there's no way out of it for you. There's nowhere to hide. So, Friday, the receptions are going through. I notice a big fella, bald headed, comes up. I know that the normal inductions when they're coming, I'm on blue spur there, red spurs there, and that's where they normally put the new receptions unless the authorities are notified first that they can't go onto certain wings. So they might put them somewhere different. So a couple of people were coming. I'm at the gate, lurking as usual. So I noticed this bald-headed figure, big lump. Straight away, for some reason, I associated him with being a northern geezer. So three of them, they walked into their kit. So I'm waiting at the gate because it's got to be said, I'm always ready, or was, to hear the latest, to get the job, to get paid anywhere where there was payment. I would want to be involved. Greedy bastard that I am. So straight away now, a couple of geezers came to the gate. Barry Chapman, Iggy, everybody's on me talking. We're all saying, I said, who's that? They're saying it's a man from Manchester. Bam. I say, yeah. What's his name? Bloody, blah. Greenspur. A couple of others from up north. Then, half hour later, 45 minutes later, I'm called to that side. They're saying to me, Yummy, are you up for a bit of work? I said, yeah, where's it from? He said, up north. I said, yeah, who is it? And straight away, I said, it's not the geezer that just came through there with his kit. He said, it is. We need to get rid of him quickly. What are you saying? I said, I'm going to let you know. So I've gone back onto my wing. I've gone to ask a man who's from that area. We'll call him Stead, but it's not his real name. So I go in there to get my information and facts right, to know that if I'm going to do a job, is it going to be harmful to me? Is it worth it? Is it going to be knock-on effects? Sometimes when you're in that desperate state, you know that it won't even matter. But I've done my homework this time. I've asked somebody from up those sides there. Iggy, Gary, everybody's there. Barry Chapman, we could do the split. So Barry, fit geezer. But anyway, they were all downstairs, and Stead comes and I says to him, listen, I'm going on a bit of work because, like me, this guy here was employed and was ready for bits of work and payment quickly. So he's partnered me on a couple of things over the years. On this time, I'm asking him first, who's blah, blah, blah? Tommy. He says to me, no, Yami, don't do it. Can't be done. He's one of mine. Blah, blah, blah. So now I'm getting pulled in different directions because someone's saying to me, Yami, come on, man, you don't know him. You got no affiliations to no one. Who do you know? You know, like that. Bang. I gone back. I said, well, I'm going to give you the answer in the morning. In the meantime, now, all the whispering starts. So the cates, a lot of men, you know, you do have to face some kind of disrespect at some time, and it hurts bad for them and me and others when someone was there when it didn't go your way. So there's a lot of sitting on the fence geezers, a lot of gladiator arena stuff where they're not actually directly involved in the beef, but they want to sit around the table and wait for somebody else to get their bad time. Because if they fall out and there's arguments and blah, 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 the big ego thing about what everybody thinks about themselves in the cates, it comes to light. So if somebody else has had a fall, it makes them feel better. You're not no different to me, kind of thing, because you suffered the same fate. Some people, they go unscathed through the whole sentence. We know who they are, and nothing happens to them. Some people get upset. They think, well, how come he ain't at the defeat? How come he ain't been stabbed up? How come this hasn't happened to him? Why did it happen to me? You know, some people need to remember that when you do things to people violently, when it happens to you, you're feeling the same as those people that you did the things to. No argument there. You're meant to understand that and see that. I knew this rule a long time ago. You can't go inflicting pain on people. And when it happens to you in the same method, you knock out someone, you get knocked out, you know what it feels like. I'm sure you know what I mean. So all the whispering started about blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking of taking a couple of things up front to go and do it. So the Manchester lot, the big lot, saying, Yami, no, leave it, Intel, da-da-da-da-da-da. During this time now, it got to the stage where the people that were asking me to do the hit was saying, all right, yeah, don't matter, we'll catch him on the yard tomorrow. If it, you know, because you could go out on the yard them days, on the field at certain times, especially in the summer, and you know, a lot of beefs and things could be sorted that way there. During this time now, we've got the Northman them, and the East thing going on at the same time. Don't get involved in London beef, me trying to be all right with all sides doesn't pay me in the end because you still get middled up in things that, you know, they're saying, oh, you should have been over here, I should have been over there. So this time as well, Northman them are getting ready for their thing. They've got a man who they want to do, and they're coming to me too. So I'm looking at them and I'm saying, nah, not for me. Too close to home. Get on with all sides. I won't be doing that one. Bam. Is there anybody else? Oh, I know. We could ask blah, blah, blah. They want to ask another man from up north who I did a bits of work with. So it's Yami in the same breath, but somebody else from up by Manchester. So they say to him, they call him. At the same time, this is all going on with Tommy, remember? So it's all a bag of mix up, and it looks like it could all end in one big pile of blood on that field. So I see them talking. I see the North London not talking to the guy, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking about, is he going to take it? He's taken the hit. So he comes back to me, says, Yami, I'm taking it, blah, blah, blah. Is it all right, Dan? I said, it's up to you, mate. Nothing to do with me. You know, you've got to do what you got to do. If you got a little bit and you get paid like I would, I'd give you a bit or whatever the currency is, I would do that. So Saturday morning comes, it's church as well. So all these beefs are going on, and I'm thinking, oh God, I can't even go to church and feel like, sorry, Father, that's another one I got wrong. So a lot of people that were going to church that morning on a Saturday and Sunday, because there are different services for different things and different group activities on that Saturday morning or Sunday morning. But yes, I didn't go. A lot of people didn't go. Why? Because they want to wait and see. Because it's all unfolding before our eyes. We know that there's a couple of things going on, and we all want to be there to see it. Some want to get involved and battle for people that it might be happening to. You've got to take that into consideration as well. But anyway, Saturday morning comes. I'm lying there all night and I'm thinking, oh God, what a messy, messy set of things these places are. How can you ever live in peace, really? That's what I'm thinking. You can't get to study. You can't, because you put yourself in the mix, the outside stuff, the inside stuff. People have died. You've got to worry about that. These are very serious issues, and some people that are on the backhand of people dying and family, they don't want to let it go forever. So everybody's got good reason to be worried. So Saturday morning, we're out. So he's already accepted it. There's no way out for it. So North are calling that side. Tommy's things going on from that side. Everybody's calling me as usual. I was in the centre of it, sadly. But anyway, we're all out. So things have been deflected here. My mind's on this other thing, the London thing. And this morning here, this guy from Manchester takes it on and goes in while the other geezer's are sleeping from East London, and he wakes him up and says, why are you messing your taps up? The water, like you can hear it through when someone bangs their water all night, it can interfere with headaches and stuff when you're trying to sleep. But I'm telling you, that was an excuse. So he doesn't want to tell the geezer that it's actually a hit. So the geezer's in bed, he gets a kosh, he goes through the door, he goes, all that water running is doing my head in. Goes in there, goes crash, crash, crash. Comes out the cell, locks the door, gets the word from the other side, where the London lot were. Is it done? Yes. Heavy. Here's another bit. Bang now. I see Iggy. I see Barry. He said, Yami, what, Gary, what is that Manchester thing? Yami, come on, man, let us know. It's intel and blah, blah, blah. Other people from Manchester. No, Yami, man, leave it. Don't protect him, blah, blah, blah. So I've got that on my mind as well. So he's done the hit on the London, Novella, going in on the London geezer, hitting him on the head. The bell gets pressed. Some big people on that other spur that's facing me, so I didn't actually see it. So I'm talking to them through the gate, the fence. We know what the fence looks like. So he said, yeah, I've done it. The person with me slings him. I go, done. Bang now. The geezer that got done comes out and he says, because them days there, North Star had a bit of the stronger hold in the Cat A's from London, because there's a lot of big names from North London and that's some good people as well, right? So they had the strength, the intel, the intelligence. When anyone drops in, that kind of stuff. We always doing it that way. So the geezer that got done, comes out and he goes to the big man from somewhere in London and says to him, look what happened. The man, the other geezer, straight away the big man realizes what's happened. He knows where certain gangs are. He knows who the plotters are, the planners, the conspiracy theories, and who he's feeling gutted maybe that he hasn't been informed about what's going to happen. So he takes on the mantle of, all right, come with me, I'll sort it out. So the Londoners now are on, what's they said, like that way, because he's from up north. The Manchester lot saying, what is it, a London? No, Manchester and London always got on that way there. And they say, all right, the way around it is have a straightener. So he comes in, the geezer got done while he was in bed, comes in, they put poor old me other half up in Manchester, going in the room with him, but he was rattling a bit. He wasn't ready, but he was satisfied to just get a couple of. So he went in there and basically he lost the trade off, right? So, but he was prepared to accept that for the job, because he's thinking, it could be much worse, really. I could be getting stabbed, I could be getting killed. But he come out, he called me to the thing. He said to me, look, man, I've got bruises and all that. I said, oh no, because that's when you've got certain people involved in certain things. If it's low level or certain levels, they would try and do the old method of sorting it out by way of a straightener. So basically, you give a bit, you take a bit, you got to accept it. But the living through things like this, day and night, throughout my life in the Cat A's, and in fact throughout the B's and the C's, with all the skeletons in the closet, all the wars and being on this side and that side. And it's very, very serious for you to know, youngsters, that when you, just because you get the sentence for whatever you've done to get there, the things that are going to happen in there, it passes the time. Some of it's funny, some of us laugh, that dark sense of humour that we realise now is the only things we've got as kind of entertainment. We all lived on it, we all thought we were something that we were not, and had ourselves in a position that wasn't really, how can I best put it, like realistic, because I used to lie there and think, am I a hitman? Don't be silly, Yami. Proper comedian. Coming soon. Oh yeah, sorry. Tommy now, that all got squashed because everybody was so wrapped up in the London thing that when we went on the field the next day, the other side, that he would have been aware, Tom, of where that hit was coming from. So he knew that others were going back there, giving him the warning card. So the next day on Sunday, the drama was that we come out, All sides come out, shook hands, and said, blah, de blah, de blah. Did it mean that it was finished? Or was it because everybody knew and it wasn't worth doing? More to come today when Grego, in the middle of a hit I was doing, Grego came in and said, Yami, stop. He's one of mine. And also, you just asked, Wayne Arron, rest in peace. Something sad happened there in Woodwood Scrubs. And somebody just asked, do I know him? I can tell you, one of the most decent geezers I ever met. But what everybody doesn't know is a lot of the London big timers and all the people that we've ever talked about, they used to worry about Wayne Arron. Serious geezer. Never mentioned much, but you lot who know will know what I'm talking about. So it's all coming soon. Remember that I told you the truth is coming. Just remember, stay away from those places because there's no guarantee that you can live in those caves. Have a good day. See you soon. Love you all.